Okay. I hope you've enjoyed the day so far. A lot of exciting things about AI. I will try not to talk about AI too much. I will try. I heard someone saying, but I'm in finance, so what are you doing about that? So we see. So thanks everyone for coming. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. I'm always excited to be up here, seeing you, meeting the faces that I see on team. So it's really a pleasure for us to have you and to learn from what you've been doing last year, what you're currently working on, and how we can help you move forward. As far as Medatech is concerned, I keep saying this, Medatech is it's not just like a standard partner that just implement Priority. We always see Priority as what can we add to Priority. In the past, I've used things like how can we spice up Priority a little bit with some spice to make sure, it delivers something amazing, So they do a lot of work. They have different roadmaps depending on where the technology is going, but we try to be closer to our customers to understand what they need and what can we do to help Priority, the customer, so both. So our innovation highlights. What did we work on for the past month or years, I would say? 3 solutions, 1 mission, improve your workflow, improve the way you do business, improve the way you use Priority and everything. So let's get into it. I just remembered that I need to do this by myself. Good. So the challenges. We always start with a challenge, okay? What is the challenge? For the majority of the users here, the challenge is what is on top of the iceberg, which is too many screens, okay? I guess we all know that Priority, you need to go on the sale order, then you need to go on the quotation, then you need to go on this, and you need to go on that. You do have action to speed up a little bit. For some of you, we probably have done integration to improve this or development to improve the way you work. But we've done more, which I will keep for now until we get to it. What is the result of this is excessive navigation. Okay, you spend your time navigating, and finally you do 1, 2, 3, click, that's it, you're done. So what we want to do is actually reduce that, reduce the level of navigation for people that don't really need to navigate that much. They just want to get to the most important thing and make a decision. They don't have time. What this causes, which is the bottom of the iceberg, is workflow bottleneck, data management complexity. You have lack of insight because you just give up and you ask someone, can you just write a report and send it to me, and things like that. I have it, one of my last points there say, managers require clear insight, not complex data. I've changed that since. I did the presentation. I think decision makers, it doesn't matter if you are a manager or whatever, if you need to make a decision, you actually need to get to the insight faster than, manipulate the system and be an expert in the system in order to make decisions. What did Medatech do about that? All these 3 products that I'm going to show today have 1 mission. So every single product that we developed try to solve that. So you'll be quite happy about it. And, I will throw a little bit of AI, but not too much. The first game changer product that we created is the complaint module. So last year, you saw the complaint module from our client that presented here, and everyone loved it. At least we heard a lot from people that purchased it already. Some people want to know more about it and see where we're taking this further. So we have developed a module out of it, and we've actually we've added more features to it, which I will present. The next point is our Part Explorer that most of you are familiar with. So that's like where you see your indented bill of material. Okay? So it's static. It's a bit outdated, so you see what we've done with that. And Priority Lens, which is the new Medatech product. We can call it the new baby. But yeah. So that's where we're going. Priority Lens is the new product that I will show more about it. I won't say more. I like to talk, but I will save for the demo. The complaint module. So what we did with the complaint module is on the left-hand side, that's like where your customers log a complaint. You can get this web page embedded into your website, and the customer can go on your own website, just type the complaint, and it straight away load into your ERP. On the right-hand side of the screen, instead of having like, let's say you log a complaint, then someone say, let's create a sale order for replacement for the product, and then do the shipment, and do the credit note, and finally pay the client. You just do this on one screen with different actions that you can run. And if someone wants to know how the complaint was dealt with, they can just go to the form and see everything in one place. You no longer have to move from that screen. If you do use a different screen than this screen, let me know, we will add it. It is all on one screen. On top of that, you can now track your complaint. So the customer can go on the website, use the number that they had, and see how the complaint is progressing. So probably similar like what you have when you raise a complaint with your airline or things like that. I use that example because I raised a complaint with them. Good. I won't say much. I will move to the demo. So this year, I'm more excited about you seeing the product and ask questions rather than telling you all the reason behind these innovations. So moving on to the complaint module, I will load the demo page for you. Here we go. And then I will start with this. OK, so this is a page that you are hosting on your Priority server, or Medatech is hosting for you. It doesn't really matter where it stays. You can embed this page on your website, and the client can come and say, I want to raise a complaint. The complaint can either be about a specific order that they place. They can define the order number. Or it could just be like a general complaint about the delivery in general. Let's say, for instance, the products are being delivered always damaged or something like that. You can raise that. So it doesn't really matter if it's linked to a document or not. You will ask yourself how the customer identify himself. What is the security level of this page? The customer needs to have a number. Okay? So if they have a customer number, you can share that with them. They can just type their customer number. If they have an order number, they can type the order number, but they don't have to. It's optional. And they can type what do they want to raise. I would say damage delivery. Okay? Deliveries, but I don't have AI there to fix it for me. I will leave it as delivery. They can add a picture if they want. They can take a picture of the goods and add it. And when you submit the complaint, it's actually getting the data from Priority and telling the client what part of this order, what item on this order do you want to complain about. Okay? Here we go. So on the side, it has loaded the order for me, for the client. So I can go through it and say only this product I had an issue with, or only one quantity arrived broken. They can change like whatever they want to do here. So for this example, I'm just going to submit as it is and say it was one product and it was damaged. When I do create a complaint, it sends it straight away to Priority. What I can do is copy the complaint number, okay, quite fast, go to Priority. I will do tracking status anyway, so you can see. That's an old one, but this, I think so. Check status, here we go. So it's on draft at the moment. The ones that are familiar with Priority, you've seen that status before. So let me go to the complaint form. Okay, and search with the complaint number. There we go. Here we go. Go. Okay, this is the complaint loaded just now. I'm sure you trust me. I don't have to show you the timestamp, but I can show you the detail that are loaded there. Okay, you have the timestamp actually. And technically you can create a return, do an open a replacement order. When you go to related other documents, if there was any invoice or the shipment linked to this order, you will see all of them there. And everything is managed in one place. What I want to show is in the background, in the back end of the system, you can actually match the status that you want the customer to see. Sometimes you might have more statuses that are internal, but as far as the customer on the web is concerned, they just need to see in progress, for instance, okay? So you can do those mapping in the system, and when I do in progress and go down, and then let's say the customer just, oh, you saw that, there we go. So now it's in progress. So these are the statuses as defined in priority. And you can say, before we get to from draft, it needs to be received, from received, it is reviewed. So they don't have the different routes that you might define in your BPM flowchart in the system. Okay? So that's our complaint module on a nutshell without going into too much detail. So going back to the presentation, again. Yeah, go on.
Was that status, so that's a custom form, so it's a custom concept. Is there a BPM behind that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can put a BPM on it.
You can put a BPM behind that status, yes. Cool. Okay. Thank you. I like that way. I like that way question to come as I present. At least I feel like you are interacting with me. Good. So what is the impact of this? Instead of 4+ screen that you need to go through, it's one screen. Everything is being dealt on one screen. The person don't have to like go around and say, oh, where is the invoice? Let me reference the order to find the invoice and so on and so forth. It's web logging, so they don't have to call you or email you. It's faster, so they can actually do it at their own time. And the result of this is faster complaint management and happy clients. Okay? So I'll move on to the Part Explorer. So as you can see, on the Part Explorer, Priority, for many, many years, we've had the interface on the left-hand side of the screen, where it's static. It's a static page that just shows you how your BOM is built. Okay, you can do no updates, nothing on it, you just see your BOMs. And then you go to Priority, create a part, add to the BOM, and so on and so forth. So what we came up with is a one-page screen that allows you to actually see your full BOM, indented BOM. You can change the data. You can create a new part in one click and just add it to the BOM. So this is very important for people that work with made-to-order business, so bespoke manufacturing, where like building a BOM is actually critical. And they don't really have time to go to the part catalog, create the part first, then go to the parent part, go to the BOM, and add it. So there are a few clicks that we save there. So it's fully modern. The UI is match where Priority is. And it's fast and efficient. So without talking much about this, I move to the demo again. Give me a second. Here we go. Good. So for this example, I am coming up with like a data that actually each of you here work with was difficult. So I just came up with some dummy data just for the purpose of the presentation. And you go to action, and at the bottom here you have like part BOMs, okay? When I run it, there is a page that automatically opens. It's loading the BOM for me. And when the page loads, hopefully I'm connected to the VPN. Yeah. Good. So there is two things that we've used here. I always mix my right and left. On this side, on this side of the screen, you can see the full indented BOM. So this is not just like the direct bill of material. It's also like for any sub-assembly, you can actually see what goes inside. Okay? On the right-hand side of my screen, not yours, you see the part details. That part is fully customizable. Okay? So all I need to do is do edit, and that's actually available now, and it's using every trigger, every rule as they are defining priority. We're not using the API here, we are using the web SDK. So this form behaves exactly like priority. So any rule that you wrote in priority, our form will actually apply to this thing, okay? To this page. And then now, as I change, I can go here and say, you know what? Now, we're no longer going to buy this product. We used to buy it. We're going to make it. To make it, probably we need to buy the part. I do plus. Straight away, it creates that as an indented BOM, and it creates a new component for me here. And what this is doing in priority, is creating the part number and adding it to that as a parent. And then you can go down, define the quantity, and then you can just change the data. So the feature of this product is to, you can customize which form you want to see on the side. Currently, I'm showing the part catalog, but you might decide, maybe show the part form. Because we have the routing there, then I can change the routing as well, and so on and so forth. So that's fully customizable, and the data is saved instantly into the system. Okay? So moving on, I'm gonna like move faster through these on purpose because I don't want to run out of time for priority lens. Here we go. Thanks.
Fode, can I ask?
Yeah.
Is that on every, I haven't seen that, and I didn't even know it was there, so.
It's, the first time I'm showing it is here.
First time.
Now. But then, is it everywhere? One of my slides is telling you exactly that Medatech is offering this for free to all our clients.
Okay.
So everyone on your system, you will have this module, you just have to request, okay? And then we will install it for you and you can start using it. Yeah.
One quick question. On the actual form, can you update part prices and progress as well?
On the other side, if you have the price in part catalog, technically you can.
Cool.
Yeah. So anything you have in the part catalog, you can update it there. So okay. I think I'm not going to cover the next slide if I do this, but I will tell you where it's going next. Okay, so that's Part Explorer 2. It's a modern interface, as you can see. It's fast, it's real-time editing, and you don't have to like go through multiple screens. So going back to the iceberg again. Okay. Good. Priority lens. I think it's a platform for decision makers. It's a platform for people that don't really only use 2 to 3% of the ERP for their daily operation. Priority Lens is a new product created by Medatech. We will have more things added to it. It have like 4 features that it supports. You can run any priority report from this platform without connecting to priority. As long as the report exists in priority, let's say, for instance, you are a manager, all you approve like things that are sent to you, you run reports, and you look at dashboards. Technically, you can use Priority Lens for that. And the latest thing that we added is a sale pipeline. The reason I added sale pipeline, majority of the time you will see that the decision makers are also interested in sale, how sale is going. And the sale team is, excuse me if there is a salesperson in the room, but the sales team usually don't like using priority, don't like using the system. They just want to manage their leads, close the deal, and that's it, okay? So it's to create a platform that they will be willing to use that is actually feeding the data into the ERP. So on Priority Lens, you can build dashboard, you can run reports, you can gain AI-powered insight. I still need to mention that. It's not specific to cloud, so anyone can have it now on any platform. And the document approval is also something else I will show. My computer is sleeping. Let's move on to the demo and see what is on Priority Lens. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ready? Good. So your priority perfectly focused. I'll blame Jack for that. So I said your priorities perfectly focused, okay? So this is like a platform for you to use Priority with just the features that you need. So I start with connecting with my test user. By the way, this is not using Priority login at the moment, but we'll get into more detail about that if you already have a Priority user, how you can use this and vice versa. The first thing is a dashboard, okay? So to create a dashboard, James will, if you have a question about how this compares to analytic, keep that for James' presentation. But it is a dashboard, it's not a report. So therefore, you know what is the difference between the two. So to create a dashboard is as easy as I do new dashboard, say user, the conf, just say 11, and do OK. The dashboard was successfully created. So because the dashboard is secured, so I need to allow if I want to make it public sharing, then you can go here and say enable public sharing. Now I have a new web page, not the pre-built web page that I had. But before that, I will walk you through this. Each of these pages automatically update themselves. You can navigate, you can drill down on the data. So if you see this number, you want to understand more, you can click on the number and see more about that data, okay? But I will create a live demo with you just now. So how do I add a new widget? I will call it question. So you are questioning the data. How do I add a new question to my dashboard? You do add a new widget. You can either select existing question. So let's say, for instance, if you are building multiple dashboards, and each of the dashboard needs to know the total revenue, the total revenue for your business, then you don't have to keep building the same thing. You can just come in the saved option and select like from one of the charts that are already there. Okay, so if I keep going down, you'll probably see something like test, for instance. This is something I created, so it's all saved there, okay? I will go back, and then I will create a new one. We all do this together now, okay? Hopefully, we're not going to have any internet issue. So let's say user graph, I don't know, something like that. You can select the database. Currently, this is connected to our Priority, our test version of Priority. So I will select the database called Priority Analytic. The tables, what we do, we don't create dashboard based on table. So you don't have to know the joins. If you connect directly to the table, for those that have attempted this, you will see that you need to establish the joins in order to make sense of the data. But then if you can get the data from the form, then it's already linked. It's already joined. So all you're doing is taking the data as it is and presenting it on a graph. So we've created a form in Priority where you can go and select the form that you want to add to your dashboard. At the end of the day, if we select every single form, it will actually break. So we gave you the ability to actually manage which form you want to expose to Priority Lens. So I will select this agent one. When you select it, you have different type of charts that you can go through. By the way, there is more that we can add. For this demo version, we just have few there. I've seen graphs that I've never seen before. I don't know if you saw that bubble there with... I've never seen that, I don't know. But anyway, apparently in America, they use it a lot. So we go for like a bar chart. We go for a bar chart. And one nice thing is, let's say, for instance, you can create custom column, okay? Expressions, as you can say. So I will create a year instead of quarter, and I will automatically the system will only give me the option of date. Because the field that I want to do, the function that I have, is expecting date. So it will only give me date. So cur date, due date, and so on and so forth. So I will select cur date, okay? And I can go into my filters. I would say I want to filter by the new column that I just added, okay? Usually it's at the bottom, so I just went there. And here you can actually either select an operator. You can say I want greater than, less than, in between, and so on and so forth. I will leave it to equal, and I will do 2022. Don't know. Hopefully I got data there. Here, someone asked me, oh yeah, why you don't have a count? I was so happy to show you a count. Okay, we can add more function here. You can have as many functions as you want. For today, I'm just going to use a sum. And I will select the field. You can see these are all fields. Oh, Fode. So I will select the field again, and I will go for Q price, okay? So by the way, the version of this that you will see will show you the title, okay? For our demo version, it's showing you the name of the field. It's easier for our developers to use. Funny enough, they like these names than the descriptions. Then, by the way, I can add a group by. So I want to see price by, let's say, I'll go for agent. Okay, agent, by the way, is by sell people. Or I could go for customer, or I could do two. Okay, Sitara told me not to do two. I will do two. Because there's. Okay, and I can add a limit. Okay. So I can sort it by, I can say I want to sort by this. I only want to see my top spenders, do that. And here I want to only show, I don't know, I'll say 5, okay? And when I do create the graph, it will go and do the magic. It's quite fast. And you have that there. So you can see the customer's name here, and you can see the agent at the top, okay? So if you want to add a filter to that, you need to refresh it. I will do that. And I go to user conference. Now I can add a filter, okay? So let's say I'm going to create a new filter. And I will call this by agent. And I will select... can you see text? Exact match. Here we go. And by the way, because it's a dashboard, I could have many graphs on the page. So here, because I only have one graph, so it's asking me which one you want to add the filter to. So all I need to do is tick this box, say this one, and then it tells me these are the fields, which one you want to filter by. I would say agent. It was name, I guess. And I will do filter, okay? Refresh, yeah. Okay, so now I can say I only want to see fill. There we go, and do add filter, and now you can only see fill, okay? And if you want to delete the filter, you can just delete it, and that's your new dashboard. So, moving on to the AI-powered priority report. By the way, you do not have to use the AI part. That's the beauty of this platform. You can select which report you want to run. I will take a dummy P&L that I will run here. I will do run. It behaves exactly like priority. This, again, is using the Web SDK, not the REST API. So therefore, any logic, any development you've done in priority, you just have the same on a different platform. That is much easier. Then when I do continue, it will do the magic, and it will create this dummy priority lens P&L. And what you see at the top here, the AI is green. It's telling me you can do some AI magic on this report. So instead of looking at all this, if you are, I won't say lazy, but if you want to be efficient as me, you can just go there and say, I want to do that, and say, I want some business recommendation. By the way, we can add more analysis on this page. But on this demo, We just added the one that we've trained, and we know that, yeah, the outcome is good. So the AI result is as good as the data in your report is. You cannot ask AI to forecast if you give it a report that doesn't have, like, you know, a big range of data for multiple years or things like that. You can add something here. I will try that. Maybe let's say focus on, by the way, I will try to misspell. Focus on revenue. No, that's not misspelled properly. And then I do this. That's a big risk, but let's see. It's the AI, it's not me. Let's see what AI will do with this, okay? When you do the analysis, it takes some time. Here we go. It did understand that. Okay, so here you can see it tells you the financial opportunity, blah, blah, blah. It summarizes everything for you. And if we go down here, you will see that everything is actually focused on revenue. My cost is handled. I understand the cost. So just focus on revenue and make some recommendation. So it tells you things, conduct an urgent customer churn analysis. So I call James and say, where are they going? And so on and so forth. I'm not going to spend too much on AI. I'm going to move on. Good. That's the priority report. By the way, you didn't have to use the AI side. You could just focus on running reports. I don't need AI. Then you can still use the platform. So this one is multiple authorization in priority. Okay? So I'm authorizing invoice, but how do I authorize invoice? I run an action. I finalize them. I'm authorizing sale orders. I change the status. I'm authorizing purchase orders. I go into the sub-level form to tick the box. So usually companies set up multiple ways to authorize documents. Fine. You no longer have to worry about that. What we do is we will know that this one is by status, this one is by action, and the other one you need to go in the sub-level form and tick a box. So when you come on this page, you can either see everything that you need to authorize. You can say, I want to start with the purchase orders, or I want to start with the invoice, and so on and so forth. And you do view. When you do view, I want to know what it is about. It gives you the priority report here, and you can see it. You can either approve it here, or you can reject it and put a note. When you reject it, you must be using the priority authorization for rejection. Okay? If it's by status, then you will have to define, if you reject, what status we need to put the document at. Because, you know, the status doesn't, the status is human defined, and standard authorization understand what the status for reject is. And the only click you do, I will go back on this view, but I could approve there, is you do approve. And that's it. And you update the system. Okay? You can do more and view other documents and types. So you can view this one, for instance, and which is a multi-shipment invoice, and so on and so forth. So it's like an approval hub for everything that you want to do. Moving on to the final feature of Priority Lens is the pipeline. Okay? In Priority, you have leads, which is a form. You have opportunity, which is another one. Then you move on to quotation, which is a completely different form. And then you move on to sale orders. Okay? What we've done here is I will go by campaign. Okay? Let's say, for instance, we have a campaign for today's demo. And I will say demo campaign, and I will say loads. Now, this is your new view for like how you manage your leads. Okay? So I can see that this person I have a sale opportunity for, and the next one, the deal is closed because I have an order. And the following one, probably we've sent him a quote, and the order of closing, it's all using priority features. The order of closing is defined, either you can manually define it yourself, or you can link it to the status of, help me, the opportunity. Okay? To know more, technically, you can add a lead this way. You do not have to like go into Priority and add a lead. You can just come here and add a new lead. Let's add a new lead. I will call it Jamal. I will say company user conf mobile. Can I skip mobile? email at medatech.com. Campaign, I must select a campaign, so I will select the demo campaign. Okay, I should see Jamal somewhere. Is he gonna go at the bottom? Pardon? I went past it. Okay, it's fine. If you've seen it, you've seen it. That's fine. It was for you to see. So now, how to get into this? You can actually click on the leads, and here, this is how you manage it. So I can come to the opportunity, and it will tell me all the opportunity that it went through. I can change the details. I can look at the parts, and I can add more products. Okay? So technically, you can do you can manage your entire pipeline on this one page, and all the data is in the system, so no one is actually writing an integration. It's all integrated, okay? And you can select which fields. By the way, because we're using a generator now as the back end of every product that we developed, you can go find the field you want to add on this page and just add it. As simple as that. That's Priority Lens on a very, very nutshell. So going back to the presentation. Good. So I think Priority Lens is for non-ERP users, but that need insight, on the data that is being inserted into the system. You can have quick approval. You can see I didn't have pipeline here, so it's the last drop, last thing that we added, and which will improve better decision making and everything. And technically, those are the people that never go to training. Although I do want you guys to go to training, but usually you are the ones that will let the implementation go, attend the meeting, don't do the training, and then when you go live, you want to use the system. This is actually the platform for you, if it meets your needs. Where this is going, we're not going to stop there. We're just going to keep on adding. So the official launch for all these products are available now. The BOM Explorer and the complaint module, you can get them. But the official launch for the Priority Lens is 1st of January. Can you have access to it now? Yes, because we do want that. We want you to test it for us, work with us. So anyone that wants to get involved into the beta testing, please feel free to contact us and we will set it up, and then we build it together to make it to fine-tune it, I would say. So for the first quarter of Go Live, we'll be enhancing the user experience, making sure users really get what it is, really make it, they call it idiot-proof, really make it idiot-proof. That's just the terminology used in the thing. I'm not saying to make it, treating anyone to that, but that's the term used, make it idiot-proof, so anyone can use the platform simply. Improve the mobile responsiveness. At the moment, you can open it on the mobile, and they will be good. But when it comes to reports, they are usually difficult to visualize on mobile. So we will work on those things. We will integrate new forms and fields into the pipeline screen. To be honest, we're going with a generator mode, where you can decide and add the field yourself without calling Medatech to add a field. We will expand on the integration of the dashboard design. So currently, you can add the dashboard, but there are more features to dashboard that I think we don't have there yet. When you see the first page that Sitara designed, things are very well placed on the screen. So currently, you can do that, but you actually need to go on another platform. So what you can do, as of today, is add anything, any BI that you want on there, but you don't decide where you want to place them. So that's something probably we'll try to do before January, is because sometimes you might want to see some analysis at the top rather than at the bottom. You cannot really choose that unless you build it in the order that you want. Okay? Once it's built, you have to delete it and add it again. We will do batch load of leads. That's something that we're already doing on our vendor portal. So that's something, instead of creating leads one by one, you go to a show similar to this. Not similar to this. You go to an event where you take business card, and you can just go into the system, or you have an Excel of leads, you can just load it in one click. We will expand our AI insight capability for the report. There are more things we can do with it. We've been playing with the planning, production planning, with actually AI. So I won't say too much, but we are working on things in the background. We will offer the product as software as a service. So fully cloud hosted by Medatech rather than on your server or something like that, or on our hosted servers at Region. And continuous improvement. So we are here to, we hear you. We do hear you. Even sometimes it feels like you've raised something and no action have been done. We hear everyone. We want to fix the problem of everyone. We want to offer a product that helps everyone. So please do talk to us. Be patient with us. We will be patient with you, and we create great products. So what would it cost? I've already said the BOM will be free, and we will charge you nothing. Just contact support. We will install. Priority lens for any priority user. You can have the lens for 150, and any user can use it. For users that are non-priority users, there is an additional price that goes for each user that you add. That is breakdown into tiers, so it's better to discuss that if you tell us how many users you want to add on the lens. Okay? Transactions are part of your API count. Most of you already have API transactions, so you will just consume from that. But moving on to SaaS, to full SaaS, all of these will be included as part of it, and the pricing will be different, of course, when it's SaaS. For the complaint module, it's £70 per month. Some people already have it. We're just going to upgrade their system to have the form as well, but that's it. We are inviting all our customers to pilot the module. Be part of the innovation. You know, if you want to try, let us know. We'll install it. We charge you nothing while you are helping us test it. You will only be charged when you start using it. For that, you can talk to support. You can talk to us today. You can talk to James. You can always talk to James, I'm sure. Thank you.